Hey everyone, it's Ralphcopter here with a new video. And what I wanted to dedicate this video to was just how to play TvZ. You kind of want to take small bites and you kind of want to slowly snowball that into a large advantage. Because Zerg going into this matchup, well, any matchup, Zerg knows they're going to have to throw your armies to manage to beat you just because they have strength in numbers rather than quality units like Protoss, who want to save their units and do a whole lot of damage with their units. So it's two different styles of play. And as a Terran, you don't want to be really throwing away your units that much, for stupid things. You want to be saving them and kind of just poking, prodding, getting free overlords, free drones, whatever, and then just booking it out. You don't want to be throwing away those units. You need to save them for late game or save them for mid game. So I'm just going to go through this video here with you guys and just want to show you how you kind of want to be thinking, what you want to be looking for, and what you should be doing. So obviously you want to scout them. You want to know what they're going to generally have their build be. I mean, here's obviously an expansion into Zerglings. I don't know if he's going to go for quick speed or what, or if he's going to tech, but so far I know that there's no gas, so generally right now he's probably going to be pumping drones. I mean, it's pretty early to make these assumptions, but obviously drones always going to be good help for any Zerg player. So in this video, well, in this matchup, I decided to go with a quick command center followed by 4 racks to, have pressure, force as many of those larvae to be Zerglings rather than, creating those drones, overlords, things like that. So with this build, what you want to be doing is you want to be just poking, prodding, getting those free overlords. Because Zerg, everything is tied to those hatcheries and to that larva that the hatcheries make. So we know 2 major things to how to win versus a Zerg. You want to be A, killing off hatcheries, and B, forcing as many non-fighting units. When what I mean by that is basically force as many drones and overlords as possible. And to do that, we're going to have to be killing those drones and overlords. So they're like, oh, I lost, 20 drones, have to make another 20 to compensate for the ones that I just lost. So we're just going to go look through here. As you see, I have 5 Marines. You can do a lot with 5 Marines, guys. Early game, I know people, they just turtle until like 10 minutes and do a push, but it's great to have this early pressure here. And to force, even in the early game, to force those units. Because that is huge. Those 20 Zerglings, those were like 10 drones right there. So what you see here is I'm looking for free anything. And right now I catch an overlord at a position. He can't really do much. He doesn't have that many Zerglings from what I saw. So I'm just picking off what I can, and I'm going to go home. You see, 6 Zerglings can't really do much against those. Micro them too. And just pick off what you can, go home. You don't want to be engaging. You don't want to be losing units to stupid fights like this where you're throwing away, your first 6 Marines. Because then he's going to know, oh, well, 6 Marines are dead. Now I can drone because I know the next push, it's not going to be as strong because he lost those 6 Marines or however many units that you pressure him with right now. So right there, you can see, if we go to Lost Units tab, 50 to 350. The 50 I lost was from the first scouting SCV. I probably wanted to say I should have saved that actually, but I got sloppy and I wanted to see if he was getting any gas, but unfortunately I couldn't get in there. There's a spine crawler down, and that managed to snipe off the SCV. But you can see those 3 overlords that I got from him. That was huge. It supply blocked him, no doubt. I mean, 3 overlords. That's what 18 supply, I think. So there, you see that. Just want to pause there. Sorry, pause here. I see that he has a larger unit count than I do. So if we go to Units tab, 18 to 22, especially because I was out in the open. He could just surround me, easy. He probably wouldn't manage to kill that off, but it'd be close. It'd be really close, and I don't want to be throwing away units for, stupid things like that. So I see, okay, probably a bad idea, want to get out of there, but I know when he saw those, he had a bit of a panic, and I'm going to pause again. You see, you want to force them, you want to pressure them, so they can't make those drones. 26 Zerglings, that's 13, could be drones, so you know you're doing some damage. And just to snowball on that, constantly making SCVs being made here. You always want to make those SCVs. You want to stress that advantage, because Zerg can't do this. Zerg has to tie their larva into their economic production. Terran, we don't have to do that. We don't have to worry about that. You can make it from whatever. You just have to make sure you have the supply for it. So, constantly making SCVs, and I'm stressing that advantage. You know, force those drones, force everything you can to be, force those Zerglings so it isn't a drone. And here I thought I was going to see a Baneling bust. I believe I scanned. No, never mind, I did not. But I did see a large amount of Zerglings, so I thought it was going to be a Baneling bust. I can't remember what this game happens, but I don't think it was. But here's the thing. I see that he has a large amounts of Zerglings. What goes well against Zerglings? Hellions. So I'm cranking out some Hellions. I'm researching Blue Flame. I'm going to punish him for overproducing those Zerglings, because I know that is a lot. Just one other tiny little thing I want to show you guys right here is positioning. And, you know, Zerglings, they need that surround to be the most effective. So, to counter that, as you can see here, I just want to slow it down. I see those Zerglings. Slight mistake on my part, though. All three of those Hellions should be out in front. But to minimize that surround, you can see I back my units right into this little chasm right here, so he can't surround me on that whole portion. He only has this, so that minimizes the spread he has. And then, you know, I win that battle. He's retreating. So I want to be sniping off those creep tumors. That's key. You don't want to, A, give them vision, and B, you want to take away that speed upgrade from them. You know, free things like here. Free kills. I know that he is going to be making tons of drones, or sorry, not tons of drones, tons of Zerglings, Banelings, whatever, to kill this off. So I know it's coming soon. I do some damage. I got 2 free Overlords. I managed to kill a bunch of Zerglings. Now I'm happy. I'm going home. I sniped off those creep tumors. So, you know, he's going to have to spend time to rebuild that. But still making SCVs, still producing units. You want to constantly macroing. You have to be able to micro plus macro. It's just a thing that Terran has to do. If you aren't attacking, if you aren't pressuring, chances are you already lost the game. So if we go to units lost, you can see 450 to 2,175. That's really big. You see that I'm saving these units. I'm not throwing them away. I'm not like, oh, you know, I won that battle. I'm going to charge in here, you know, try to kill that off and die. That's not how you want to be playing. You want to be saving your units, playing smart, and you want to be maximizing your damage while minimizing your losses. So even if you just, you know, pick off a few free units, and then you're like, okay, you know, I got free Overlords, free Zerglings, whatever, gonna go home now. And then you also want to be, see that, going back to the previous thing that I mentioned, that is how you want to do it. You notice right here, let me just speed this up. Right here, slow-mo, Hellions come in front, blast the whole clump of Zerglings, stim back when I see those Banelings. You know, I was going to split, but he pulls back, so that's good. You can see there, I didn't lose a whole lot, because I know that, A, the positioning right here, like last time, he has to basically go around here, plus the Banelings, sorry, not the Banelings, the Zerglings, they got blasted by those Hellions. They clumped up, running towards them, got a nice shot off, managed to do a lot of damage, you know, 3, 2, 5 Zerglings, not bad. Managed to blast them, so, you know, he's going to have less units. Marines cut through the rest of them that run through, and then I pull back. You know I won that battle. I'm like, okay, you know, I have about 30 seconds to do as much damage as possible, and then I have to get out. I want to be maximizing that damage because I know another wave of Zerglings is probably going to be coming within 30 minutes, or sorry, 30 seconds. It takes about 24 seconds for them to make, but you know, it takes us some more seconds to like actually mobilize them, get them ready to engage your forces. So I'm doing some prodding. I see a bunch of Zerglings. I know he's getting ready to try to kill this force off. So I kill off as much as I can, and then I decide, you know, I did a lot of damage. Let's get out of here. Let's go home. We did a good job. You know, free mutas, even better. And then I scout that expansion because I saw that he did have some Zerglings coming in from the back, and that kind of worried me. I thought he had another expansion. So, you know, let's go put that expansion down. Because like I said, what you want to be focusing on in this matchup is the hatcheries and the larva. You know, kill those drones. A, it hurts his economy. B, it forces that larva. And you see here, I see the mutas. Hellions can't shoot up. I run them away. And here, you can see my positioning. I see that that huge stream is coming there. Just want to refocus that. Unfortunately, the attack priority of the Hellions wasn't the greatest, but I'm going to show you what I was trying to do. I see this this line of Zerglings coming down this way. So I know if the Hellions are here, they're going to intercept them and blast the line, and that's going to kill off a bunch of them because you see they're clumping together, they're running there. It's free kills, and it maximizes the damage of the Hellions, but unfortunately they decide to, you know, this one Zergling over here is a bigger threat than the whole stream of them coming in. So just to iterate what we covered in this video, I just want to show you guys that as Terran, when you're fighting Zerg, you want to be doing damage, but you don't want to be playing stupid. You want to be playing smart. You want to be pressuring them, you know, forcing as many Zerglings as possible, and then, you know, just do some damage, poke and prod. Take little bites, little bites, little bites, and then it snowballs into this where, you know, you have 1,400 versus 7,200 in units lost.